Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. LOA Lewis released on bail. Self-styled entertainer LOA Lewis was released on bail on Monday when he appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court to answer to charges of breach of the Disaster Risk Management Act (DRMA). The controversial personality, whose real name is Horace Lewis, was granted bail in his own surety and is to return to court on September 7. Never one to shy away from the spotlight, Lewis left court displaying a flag purported to be that of Neon Kong Pong Maroons he claimed to lead. Lewis was arrested Sunday on a warrant for failure to appear before the court to answer to charges. It was reported that on October 3rd of last year, about 2:45 p.m., Lewis and other persons were protesting in Spanish Town, breaching the government's COVID-19 protocols by not wearing masks in public spaces. The group was warned to leave the area, but Lewis and two other men among his entourage refused. They were subsequently arrested and charged. The self-styled dancehall artist last appeared in court in the matter in March when the judge ordered him to undergo a psychiatric evaluation due to his behavior in court. Shortly after that court appearance, Lewis, in a social media video, indicated that he would file a lawsuit against the judge, insisting he was not mentally unstable. St. Catherine man accused of killing woman with stick. The St. Catherine North Police have arrested and charged 42-year-old Marvin Drummond, otherwise called Buds, following the murder of 33-year-old Jacqueline Leng in St. Catherine on Thursday, June 15. Reports from the police are that about 8 a.m., Leng and Drummond had an altercation, during which Drummond is accused of using a piece of stick to hit Leng in the head. Residents reported they heard cries for help, tried to locate the source of the sounds, and stumbled upon Leng's body. The police were summoned, and Leng was transported to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Drummond, who is a laborer of Top Mountain District in St. Catherine, was later picked up by the police at his home and was subsequently charged with murder. Police have stated that investigations are ongoing. Police named 5 persons of interest in relation to Sunday's shooting in St. James. The St. James police have confirmed that they have identified 5 persons of interest as investigations continue into the weekend shooting incidents in the division. The police are now requesting that Dermain Wood, otherwise called Dom of Maypen Clarendon, Jermaine Drummond of Springmount St. James, Kenrick McIntosh of Springmount St. James, Tavoy Burnett, otherwise called Chuchu of Coconut Walk Springmount St. James, and a man known only as a bad driver of a flanker address in St. James, to report to the lawmen. The police interest in these men is in relation to the 7 people who were shot and injured in John's Hall, St. James on Sunday. The men are asked to turn themselves into the St. James Police by 5 p.m. Wednesday, June 30, 2021. Police called for information on shooting death of man at lawyer's house in 2016. The police are appealing to anyone with information on the shooting death of 51-year-old Jermaine Jr., who was found dead 4 years ago at the St. Andrew home of the prominent attorney Patrick Bailey, to come forward. In response to a question from an update on the case, Deputy Commissioner of Police DCP in charge of crime Fitz Bailey said the case was not closed despite the lack of evidence to charge anyone at this time. In relation to the case that was mentioned, I want to say that since my taking over of the crime portfolio, I have actually gotten involved. We have done several case conferences, and the fact is that we cannot manufacture evidence. If we have no evidence, we cannot advance the case any further, Bailey said. He added, as far as I am aware, we have exploited all the leads that were available, and we have not yet identified the threshold to further advance a criminal charge against anyone. The chief crime officer was quick to point out that the case is not closed, and we are appealing to anyone who may have information that can assist us to come forward and support the investigation. Bailey provided the update while answering questions on Tuesday at the Crime Monitoring and Oversight Committee (CMOC) press conference. Junior's body was reportedly found in a couch at Patrick Bailey's Barbican home on September 30, 2016, with more than a dozen stab wounds and a single gunshot wound to the right side of his head. The attorney told investigators at the time that he stumbled upon the body shortly after 4 a.m. in his living room. The police said that they had no sign of forced entry. Bailey, who according to initial report slept through the murder, was immediately ruled out as a suspect by the police. Following the incident, his doctor Japheth Ford instructed that he be confined to bed after he reportedly exhibited signs of being unwell. Ford also said that Bailey was not fit to give a statement at the time. That statement came 2 weeks later. A relative of the dead man reported that Bailey and Junior came close after the attorney presented Junior in a court matter more than 20 years ago. Junior's murder case has since been classified as a cold case, one that has not been solved after a considerable time under investigation. In relation to cold cases, DCP Fitz-Bailey revealed that a special unit to deal with those matters has been established in the Major Investigation Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I want to point out to this platform that the conviction of Tresha Miller was as a result of us focusing on some cold cases, and out of that, he was convicted and sent to prison he shared. Miller is currently serving 38 years and 9 months in prison for his role in the 2008 murder of then Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC chairman Douglas Chambers. He was found guilty on December 3, 2019 and sentenced a month later. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.